Did you ever find yourself making boiled eggs at 11:45 p.m. for a work potluck you never volunteered for, while wondering if your career will survive if you just bring chips instead? Welcome to the world of forced fun, unspoken peer pressure, and casserole that tastes like regret. And oh, don't forget those mandatory birthday cards you forgot to sign yet again. Hey, welcome to She Works It Out, the podcast where we mix business, burnout, and banana bread with a side of real talk. I'm your host Sonal, a full-time employee, a part-time potluck rebel, and someone who once got cookies from store to an office baking contest and still sleeps well at night. Today's episode is all about boundaries, but let's make it buffet style. Because whether it's work parties or volunteer sign-up sheets or those fun Slack or team channels, we all have at least that one moment when we say yes out of guilt and spend next week regretting over a tray of lukewarm lasagna. So let's dive in to the buffet of social obligations we never really asked for but somehow keep showing up to. Paper plate ready? Let's go! So first story today is about the office potluck that ended in pizza. So my very first workplace potluck, I was fresh out of college, eager to impress everybody, entirely clueless about boundaries. A dreaded sheet came up and it was about who is going to bring what. And instead of writing a napkin or sparkling water like a smart person, I got ambitious and I wrote homemade paneer tikka masala. Cute, yeah, I agree. But I had never made it before. I lived in a studio apartment that sized like almost like a walk-in closet. And I didn't even own a big pot that time. So whole evening and night I was scrolling through YouTube videos and my kitchen was all messed up. I had almost 3 near fire incidences, and I called my mom at 1 a.m. in night about this paneer tikka masala thing. Next morning I reached office. I was smelling like garam masala and my eyes were swollen and I was looking tired, and I reached office. I looked at that potluck table and what did I find there? Somebody got Doritos, somebody got store-bought cookies, and then there was a sad-looking fruit tray, and somebody just got ice. Halfway through the lunch, someone quietly ordered pizza. So the lesson here is, you are not office caterer, right? So say no to that guilt-based impressing and say yes to maybe paper plate or frozen samosas next time. So now let's step outside from this office thing into a sugar-coated battlefield of bake sale. So my second story today is about the bake sale breakdown. Those parents committee bake sale, the words itself make me sweat. So there was a group chat, already wild. They were talking about gluten-free options, let's avoid nuts, let's do some keto-friendly treats. Meanwhile, I was looking at my fruit rack and my empty fridge and I was thinking, does banana count as baking? So at the end, I decided to bake some brownies from scratch. Flour, check. Cocoa powder, check. Baking powder, I didn't have any. So I decided maybe let's use baking soda instead. Okay. So I baked this tray of brownie, but it really turned out bad. So I decided to dump them and I stopped by a bakery. Next morning, I showed up with a beautiful box of donut and instantly just by two mom with Pinterest perfect hairs and matching aprons. Okay, but one tired dad whispered, I forgot it too. You are a hero. So the lesson here is outsourcing is not a failure. It's survival, and sometimes we do need it. So let's unwrap another one, the holiday edition. So my third story today is about the secret Santa, secret rage. Okay, so those secret Santa, the festive trap where you have to gift wrap something for somebody and you don't know who is giving gift to whom. Yeah, that one. So one year I got someone named Carl. I don't know who's this Carl person. Okay, I just know he worked in some other department and he has a personality like a printer paper because I saw him always close to printer. That's it. Okay, I wanted to make this gift personal. So I stalked his social media, I asked around, I panicked, and I brought a candle for him. And not just any candle, it was, I think, $27 worth of eucalyptus vanilla candle with that matte ceramic jar, which screamed intentional, And what did I get in return? A mug. World's okayest co-worker. Yeah, seriously. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, mug. So the lesson here is boundaries. We need to have boundaries. And next year, for sure, and after that, every year, I'm going to be gifting maybe some emotional distance and $5 gift card only. So now, from my gift trauma to the calendar trauma. Let's go. So my next story today is about, those let's do lunch that lasted forever. Yeah, those ones. Let's do lunch. That sounds so casual, right? No, wrong. Absolutely wrong. So suddenly, I got a calendar invite for a 2-hour lunch at a place that served raw kale wraps, which I absolutely hate. Okay? It was with someone I barely know, and somehow we were networking. I cancelled this invite once. Seriously, I caved. I spent the lunch nodding through the monologue about cryptocurrency, pretending my tongue isn't stuck to that chia seed cracker. So the lesson here is, not every invite needs a yes. Let's do lunch can be sometimes a code for let's just not. And we don't have to feel pressurized and obligated all the time. We are not there to please everyone. Okay? So let's just relax and do whatever you can do the best. And speaking of things that should be quick and painless, birthday cards. Let's move on to the next story. Story 5 today is about, the birthday card pressure cooker. So there it is. Those giant birthday cards passed from one desk to another like a hot potato. You got to write something meaningful, somebody said. Make it personal. I froze. I wrote, happy birthday. Hope it's card worthy. Meanwhile, Sarah from other department, she wrote a novel and she described the time about how the other person helped her, the birthday person helped her and how they bonded over the office chair or something. And I doodled a balloon and handed off. So the lesson here is your value is not measured in greeting cards, especially if you have spoken to them just once or twice. It doesn't matter. And finally, those collaboration traps where the group work means one person's wedding while other snack. Yeah, that one. So that's my final story for today. It was supposed to be a team presentation. So we split the slides. Okay? Except when the time came for actual work, one person posted. Another one sent gifts in a group chat but never showed up. And third one said, I'm more like an idea person, And guess what? Who did all the work? The notes, the slides, the templates, everything. Me, just me. And afterwards, they all thanked each other. So the lesson here is just because it's a group project, it doesn't need to be a group sacrifice for you. Set boundaries, say no early, and save your skills for people who appreciate them. So let's wrap up. You don't need to prove that you are a team player by maybe overbaking or over volunteering or overcompensating. You can just say no to potlucks, skip the themed lunch. You can sign a card with a smiley and be kind, right? You can leave the meeting and still be collaborative. And you should do whatever you can do when you are comfortable. Don't make yourself uncomfortable and try to please others, I would say. Okay? And hey, I want to hear your stories, your oh no, I agree to this moments, and the group projects that broke your soul, or the card where you faked with flair. So drop me a DM or tag me at SheWorksOutPod. And don't forget to follow or subscribe and hit that button like you are deleting your name off from the birthday party planning spreadsheet. Until next time, say yes to what matters and no to all the nonsense. You are not flaky, you are prioritizing peace. And that's the real potluck winner.